Welcome to the Degenerate Nation podcast. Don't change the station. It's the Degenerate Nation, and I got a mouthful of Taco Bell.
Oh, that was nice.
What's up, man?
That was the best promo. We need to do promos like wrestling does. That's great. Fuck, man. I just wish I was eating Taco Bell with you right now. Maybe not with you even, just eating it. I might go get some after this.
You should.
Yeah, you're just you're doing all these things that just make me feel envious, deeply envious. Normally I'm only... What's that?
Go live Moss, man. Live
Moss. Normally I'm just envious of the wife and kids and the higher salary. And the house and those things. Trappings. Beautiful, beautiful trappings. But right now, the only thing I'm really truly jealous of is that fucking taco shoved into your chiseled jaw.
The wife and kids aren't home, and I'm eating Taco Bell in the garage.
Yeah.
And I'm just shoveling it down my gullet.
It's like...
getting it all over my hands. I've been doing some woodworking projects. I got wood glue and sawdust all over me, and I'm just shoveling Taco Bell and licking sour cream off of my
sawdust hands. Yeah,
covered fingers. Yeah, it's just I'm so living Moss right now. I've been I was worn down. And sorry, you're hearing Taco Bell rappers.
I don't give a
fuck. It adds to the ambiance. It's 10 o'clock almost. Normally we do this thing at 8 o'clock. I'm in bed by 10.
Yeah.
But
you're getting zooted up with tacos, dick jokes, and fucking Mountain Dew. You're living Moss big time.
I was crashing hard. I'm like, I don't think I got a podcast in me. I was sitting at the Taco Bell line I don't think I can do it. I think Andy's going to have to end his streak, and it's my fault. And now I got back. I'm eating these tacos. I'm squeezing 3 packets. I'm going to go 4 packets of hot.
Four hots? Are you hots or fires?
I like hot. Not because of the heat. It's the right flavor. The fire is almost too vinegary, and then the Diablo, it's just not that good. I love hot sauce.
Yeah.
And hot sauces.
It's good.
I don't even like hot sauces. Cholula, I'll throw Cholula on everything. But the Taco Bell hot, I think, has the best flavor. Prove me wrong. All right, watch this bite. We got a little split in the bottom of the taco.
Oh, take it from the bottom, baby. Oh, the bottom. Take it from the bottom. Oh, he got most of it. Oh, God. And finished it with the top bite. Oh, skillful. No spillage on the old carpenter hands. And then there's spillage.
Oh, baby.
Dude, people are going to be flocking to Taco Bell after this.
What's that?
Are there Taco Bells in Vietnam, Kenya, and Greece?
Maybe.
We'll look it up. We'll find it. We'll bang it for you, audience. We'll find a Taco Bell near you.
And they probably got KFCs. KFCs are big everywhere else.
They are. I don't know why. I mean, it's part of the Yum brand family, but it's the cousin.
Oh, baby, shock me, Shire. That was a good bite.
It's a fucking good taco, man. Hey, you ever been to this place Taco Bell? They got tacos there.
Yeah, I like to do the number 8. It's the Mexican pizza with 2 tacos. Taco Supremes.
Nice.
That's my go-to. It used to be a number 4, but within the past, 2 years, they changed the numbers around. What's up with that, TB?
Jeez, Taco Bell, stop confusing us during a pandemic.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But thank you for being open during this stretch. And also, we're open. Degenerate Nation is open 24/7. On the Facebook page, you will notice, on the Degenerate Nation podcast Facebook page, you will notice, or not notice because you don't go there, but you will notice that we are open all the time. I am always on. I am never not on because I can't turn this off. If it goes off, I go off.
Ugh.
Right?
Right.
So you want to hear? You're going to hear about the DC universe.
Oh yeah.
And I know you're a DC guy. Yeah, we'll talk DC for a little bit.
All right.
Yeah, man. Did you hear what happened?
Tell me. Lay it on me.
They're bringing back.
I don't know.
They're bringing back Michael Keaton for something called Flashpoint. Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne, and possibly Batman.
Yes. So, Flashpoint is a very big DC Comics event. It originally took place in comic form in the late 80s, I want to say. I think 1988 was Flashpoint. Here's the thing with comic books. Hold on.
This is like a single nerd's dream tonight. We got fucking Taco Bell, Mountain Dew, burps, and DC Universe.
It's great, man. I'm living Moss right now.
Living Moss.
So,
woo,
like
woo,
I said,
woo.
Flashpoint, 1980s something. Some nerd out there is going to be yelling at his podcast right now.
It's
like,
87!
1980 something. It took place in blah, 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 blah. God, you're so long. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Fire at us, nerd. Some hot sauce.
Yeah, man. So I'm looking for when it actually took place. I wanna be able to
you
tell
binging that
you
shit?
Precisely.
Don't trust Google. Bing Moss. Dead air. Thank you so much for your dead air contribution to this dead, horrible, shitty podcast program.
All right. I'm back. All right. So there's Flashpoint, and there's Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Oh, I've heard of the second one.
Huh?
I've heard of the second one.
Yeah. So Crisis on Infinite Earths. That's the one that took place in 1986. Here's the thing about comic books: when Superman and Batman have been around since 1927 and 1937 for
1937.
Batman, his first appearance.
Superman was later, wasn't he?
Superman was before 1928, I think.
Oh, wow. With fucking Disneyland? I mean, fucking Mickey Mouse?
Something like that, yeah. So, anywho, when you've been writing stories for 70 years, eventually you need to write stories again, right? You have the Golden Age, the Silver Age of comics. The original comics were the Golden Age, and he's just punching Nazis in the face, you know?
Yeah.
And then after a while, they're like, well, all of that stuff took place on Earth 0. And now we're going to talk about Earth 27, Earth 35, where Batman still exists, but, you know, that thing didn't happen to him. Here's the new origin story of the character you love, telling new stories on a different Earth, right? So what the Flash can do with the Speed Force and space-time continuum, he can run so fast that he runs into other dimensions, essentially.
Wow.
Where there's a parallel universe. So when you talk about the multiverse, there was an event where basically Flash ran backwards in time and saved his mom. Barry Allen is the Flash. So there's multiple Flashes. Wally West, Barry Allen. Barry Allen's my personal favorite. He's the one in the Flash TV show.
Yeah.
He was the one in Flash movie. Most of the Flash stuff has been Barry Allen as the Flash.
Has there been a Flash standalone movie?
Yeah, wasn't there one in the 80s? Or was it a TV show in the 80s?
There's Flash Gordon.
No, there was a...
There's someone out there who's like, that's not the same! Yeah, there was a Flash show, I think, I want to say. Sorry to interrupt there.
Yeah, man, you're really throwing me off my thing.
Throwing you off your Infinite Earth.
Yeah, there's a Flash TV series from 1990 to 1991 starring... What's his name? The guy's got a name.
Antonio Sabato Jr.?
No, John Wesley Shipp.
Oh. There's a name we don't hear every day.
Barry Allen on Prime Earth, right, where all the Batman stories are, all the Superman stories, everything happens on Prime Earth. The Justice League is on Prime Earth. He runs back in time to save his mother's life. Basically, his mom was killed when he was a kid, just like most superheroes. You can't have two loving parents and be a superhero. It just doesn't fucking happen.
Nope.
So, his mom was murdered. He witnessed it. He runs back in time to save his mom. And that creates this time paradox, right? And that's the flashpoint. From that, various things split off. There's a universe where where Bruce Wayne didn't witness his father and mother's death, but Thomas Wayne witnessed his son and wife's death. And he became Batman. but he became a no fucking around, murder everyone vigilante Batman.
Which one was that?
Which one was what?
I would 100% watch that.
Yeah, it's been done in cartoons. So like DC Comics had like their animated universe is dope. I highly recommend checking it out.
Is it blood
There's
in it and
a ton
stuff?
of different movies you can watch. I don't know where you can watch them now. A lot of them were on Netflix, but now that DC Universe has its own streaming thing with Warner Brothers, they're all on there.
Okay.
But they're really good, all the animated stuff. And like some of them are rated R, and it's nuts.
Yeah, that could be rated R as fuck.
So anyway, so Michael Keaton could be old Batman, or he could be playing Thomas Wayne as Batman. The Flash TV show recently did basically Crisis on Infinite Earths and had like all sorts of Batman. They had what's his name be live action Batman? Kevin Conroy, who's been the voice of Batman, but now he's officially been a live action cinematic, well, not cinematic universe, but TV universe Batman. So that's pretty dope. So that's what I'm assuming is going on. They're making this is a way to keep what's the dude's name?
Christian Bale?
No, Ezra Miller, is that his name?
Yeah, Ezra Miller, yeah.
Yeah, so he's the Flash, right? This is a way to keep him and keep what they just filmed as Justice League and Batman vs Superman and all that stuff canon, and not reset the universe, but create a different universe where maybe consumers will like it better. That's the hope with the Flash.
It's actually so they change it so he doesn't go back in time to save his mom. He goes back in time to rewrite the other DC Universe movies that aren't the Batman trilogy with Christopher Nolan or the original two Batmans.
Basically, yeah.
And I think you just spoiled the surprise that what's his face was cast. Michael Keaton was cast. I don't think we said that at Jump Point, right?
Oh yeah.
Everyone that clicks this already knows that. Anyways, but we do have another surprise. We are going to bring on Val Kilmer later.
Oh, absolutely. He's got to come back.
He's coming back. We didn't want to tease that because no one would care. So we're just going to have him later.
And by Val Kilmer, we clearly mean just me doing the Val Kilmer voice like we did in that previous episode with Val Kilmer.
Oh, they didn't know that.
Well, they did because you did Val Kilmer voice and I did Joan Whaley.
It was a Val Kilmer multiverse. The third time.
Who's your favorite Batman in order?
In order? Did we do this last time?
I don't know, but we're doing it right now.
Worst to first or first to worst?
I'll start with the worst.
George Clooney.
All right. No argument there.
Val Kilmer. No. George Clooney, Adam West.
So wait. Think about not just how well they played. Like, think about how well they played Batman and Bruce Wayne, and don't think about the movie itself.
Impossible.
No,
it's not possible because it's a movie that was written with dialogue that was written. I'm not talking about the villains and stuff. I'm talking about only the Batman, his portrayal of the Batman arc and his story only, not the other stuff.
I just don't like you ranking Val Kilmer so low, and that's why I specified don't judge the movie.
I'm not judging the movie. I actually kind of still like that. I think it's campy as fuck, but like Joel Schumacher was a man of varied tastes. Okay. So he could do dark. Rest in peace, Joel Schumacher. Another reason I wanted to do a Flashpoint multiverse Batman this and that movie podcast tonight is to honor Joel Schumacher for his brave choices. He was bold as fuck. You could like dislike every single thing he ever did, but you have to be like, dang, that guy went for it. Like Falling Down. You ever seen that shit?
No.
Oh my god, it's awesome.
All right. So continue. George
Clooney at the bottom, way at the bottom. Yeah. Great. He's a good performer, good creative overall. But like, it was just.
Look, you don't need to say how great George Clooney is. Everyone knows George Clooney's great. He slipped up with Batman. That's all right.
Everything about it was just not right for Batman. Everything. Second worst would be Adam West. cheesy.
All right.
It was too cheesy.
Okay.
We're talking about Batman as Batman was originally intended, right? It was neither like bat nipples or like kapow. I mean, that was they had that in the comics, but that's because you couldn't hear the noise of fucking like rubber hitting like skull, like Batman rubber hitting like sexy Schumacher latex smashing neck tendons, man.
All right, fine. I'm gonna go through mine next and explain.
I know, and then I'll go with is Conroy the one that had all those Mask of the Phantasm stuff and?
Yeah, Kevin Conroy. Yeah.
Dude, he's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm gonna put that next, but very much tied with Val Kilmer, sorta. Oh wait, no, I forgot about Affleck. I never saw Affleck, so I'm gonna put Affleck above Conroy just barely because he was animated, and so all he had to do was lend his. It's still difficult, but he had to lend his voice, right? So a lot of people could do that. He does it very, very well, obviously. It's very popular, and they kept him for so long. How old is he, like 90?
He's probably in his early 60s.
Early 60s, exactly.
But there's been other Batman animated voices. Diedrich Bader did the freaking Batman voice for a while.
I could see that. He's got a good voice, good baritone.
Yeah,
and then I'm going to say Ben Affleck. I just didn't see I just didn't want to see him as that. At the time, I wasn't really an Affleck guy, but like, I feel like I'm back on the Affleck train. Christian Bale's Batman for me. Spoiler: he's probably gonna be my number one. Those movies were so good that it's hard to see someone else do those movies more so than someone else play the Batman. That's not really the issue. It's more of like the Christopher Nolan, Jonathan Nolan, like the Nolan universe of Batman was, for me, was held together so well by The Dark Knight and just all those performances that you just can't separate Batman out of that and like plug someone else in and think it would work, even though I think it would. I think someone else could have played the Christian Bale Batman.
All right.
Okay.
Keep going.
And then, so, Val Kilmer. I don't think I'm missing anybody, but Michael Keaton and then Christian Bale.
All right, so you're going Christian Bale number 1, Keaton number 2, and
Kilmer!
Number 3's Kilmer?
Yeah.
Kilmer, then Conroy, then
Affleck,
then
West,
Adam West, and then
Clooney.
Wow. That's a shitty lineup.
Why?
All right, so starting with the bottom, Clooney, I agree, and then I totally diverge after that.
Really?
Clooney, I agree, is the worst. Hands down. Then I'm going to say Keaton.
What?
Good movies, bad Batman.
We're going to get no fans for that. How many of those other guys are nominated for Oscars for any role?
Affleck, Clooney.
Damn it. Whatever, Michael Keaton was great.
Christian Bale.
I know Christian Bale was.
Yeah, so 4 out of the 7, man.
Adam West, man, still waiting on that award.
All right. So, like I said,
I don't understand though.
The
He's
worst.
like, you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Right. He's Mr. Mom. All right. I like the movies. He's just what is
Conroy
he,
is a
5'8"?
cartoon.
He's 5'8"
A
and kind of
cartoon.
pudgy.
A cartoon, man.
He's a doughy 5'8". You're not intimidating, right? You're not a good Batman. End of statement.
Okay, that's a strong supporting argument. Deconstruction, because me and my writing partner were talking about a character, one of our protagonists, and be like, who could play him? We're trying to target. We're on the stage and we're trying to like, all right, let's do this fucking thing. Let's target somebody. And we were talking about I threw out Aaron Paul, but then we also sort of possibly threw him out as like, oh, he's a great fucking actor, but he's also very tiny. And we're like,
right.
Would you buy him yelling at a 6'4" guy that's like 17 years old and like ripped, like this young vital person, and he has to like point up into the sky at him to like yell at him? So I was like, well, Tom Izzo's like 5'8", 5'7", something like that. but that's like a rarity, so yeah, it might not work. So the physicality element it's a strong play.
Yeah. All right, so Clooney, the worst.
But the Penguin was short, so he was able to beat up the Penguin.
Yeah, fair enough. So like I said, Clooney, the worst, and then Keaton.
Ugh. Terrible.
And then I'm going to go Val Kilmer.
What? You mess with me for saying Kilmer was low.
Right. But that's because... Wait. Am I missing? Who am I missing?
Adam West?
No, sorry. Here's what's going to upset you. Christian Bale. But right next, he's number 1, 2, 3, 5 on my list of worst Batman.
How?
He's number 5.
How?
How?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you. If we're paying attention to the movies, he's Batman for all of 9 months. Batman Begins starts, right? He becomes Batman. He solves that crime. At the end of the movie, they find a Joker card, and they're talking on the roof like something's starting now, right? Then Dark Knight happens. Say Dark Knight takes 6 months. It doesn't, but say it does. That's when he's actively Batmaning. He captures the Joker, then he goes into hiding. Then Bane shows up,
8 years.
And he's been retired since the Joker. He's been in hiding. He hasn't been actively Batmaning. He built a couple new bases, but that's it. New Batcave and the new high-rise thing. That's it. And then Bane breaks his back. He's retired for a year or two, and then he comes back to Gotham. In that trilogy, he is only Batman for 9 months. That's shitty. Christian Bale's a great actor. He's a great Bruce Wayne. He's got the physicality, and he's pretty damn good, and those are good movies. Dark Knight is awesome in a bubble, but it gets ruined by the last movie. As much as I enjoy all the comic book moments in the last movie, it's not a good movie by itself. Batman Begins is pretty good. Dark Knight's great. Dark Knight Rises, so-so.
Huh.
So with that, Christian Bale's number 5. Number 4, Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer executes it's a campy recreation of the 90s grittiness plus 66 weirdness, and you get this campy thing where you have 2 villains, 2 solid actors, Tommy Lee Jones and Jim Carrey, both trying to do a Jack Nicholson impression.
Just eating scenery, like chewing it. Swallowing it whole, yeah.
Both of them watched Nicholson and went, he got a lot of praise for that, I should do that. But they didn't tell each other that, hey, I'm doing a Nicholson impression. So instead of Two-Face, you get Whole-Face just being wacky, and the Riddler is just insane. But it works.
Yeah.
It's so silly, and it works.
It works as Joel Schumacher and Jim Carrey.
Everything enhances his performance, and Val Kilmer is a convincible Batman and a convincible Bruce Wayne.
He's the glue of that. Because you had Jim Carrey going nuts, and it was like perfect. The Riddler was great. I thought the Riddler was great. I thought Two-Face was kind of meh. It was like, why this? I don't understand any of this. Circus? What? I don't understand any of this. But then Schumacher going for the gold. I like it.
So Kilmer's my number
All right.
4.
I'm going to dispute the Bale later, but we'll get on the Kilmer, I think, at 4 is probably pretty good.
Okay. And another upset pick, Ben Affleck at number 3. The guy looked the part. He's big. He's tall. He got jacked for the movie. He's got that dynamite chin that looked great in the cowl. Like, he looked dope, right?
Yeah.
The movies, so-so. But again, I'm not judging the movies.
Okay. That's hard. It's harder to move. You do a good job of that.
I would watch the shit out of a $50 million Batman detective movie starring Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne, solving a singular crime.
Yeah.
Right, like film noir, like
that's what they're doing with the Batman.
Mm-hmm.
They have these. Yeah. They're gonna have these villains that are like in it, but not the main villain, and it's gonna be more about Batman. Robert Pattinson Batman. He's gonna be somewhere in the middle of there, I think.
I think so too. I'm actually looking forward to it.
We're gonna see it.
When I heard Ben Affleck was Batman, then I paused for a second and went, you know what? I think he's gonna be great. And I've never been a Ben Affleck fan, except obviously in Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, he was
that
great.
Scene fucking Retainer.
Yeah,
so good. So yeah, he's my number 3.
Yeah.
Number 2, Adam West, because he's outstanding.
they wrote the character as is, so I can't. He's either got to be way at the bottom or way at the top. I feel like he can't be like in the middle. Does that make any sense?
Right. You
Right.
either like it or you don't like
Yeah.
it. And I like it, and I dig it. But
And you've
number
watched it
one
with your kids, right?
For me, number one for me is Kevin Conroy.
He's the animated one.
voice.
He's the voice.
It doesn't matter. He's the voice of Batman, and he's number one. When I
How-
think of Batman, I hear that voice.
How could he be number one though? He doesn't have to wear the suit. He doesn't have to walk as Bruce. He doesn't have to carry Bruce's pain. He goes in a booth. I meant to say booth, but I said a booth. And he goes in there and talks the voice and leaves.
But the thing about being Batman, you have to be Batman and Bruce Wayne. Those voices that he does are distinct for Batman.
Oh, they are? Okay.
They're two separate voices.
I haven't seen
The
it since
Batman
I was like
voice-
12, so.
Right. He did the I'm Batman. Well, I guess Keaton did it first. Right? 92. Yeah, the show came out in 95. Batman the Animated Series is amazing. Batman and Superman, pretty good. Justice League Unlimited, outstanding. All the animated stuff he's done. He's the king of Batman. He's been doing it longer and more consistently than anyone else, telling amazing stories. He's number one.
Did he write all those amazing stories?
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it does, because you separated the story from the other actors, but you're not separating the story from him. And he's the voice that just goes into the booth.
Yeah, but the voice itself is awesome. I will send you one scene and it'll change your mind.
You should. Yeah.
For anyone listening, there's a scene where in Justice League or Justice League Unlimited, I forget where it is, but they're going after this like family. They're like, I think the girl is Ace, and then there's like King, Queen, and Jack. And Ace is this little girl with these powers, and she can bend reality with her mind, and she's being targeted for special government projects from Cadmus. With CCH Pounder as the voice of what's her name, Amanda Welker or something.
Oh, they loved her on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, CCH Pounder is so good.
Yeah.
She's the greatest. And basically Batman sits with this girl as she knows she's about to die.
What?
And holds her hand.
Animated?
He's sent in to stop her, and he has this device that can stop her. And he puts the device down and sits on a swing with her and holds her hand. And it's fucking beautiful. And that's why Kevin Conroy's number one.
Because he wrote that and drew it, and... I'm just saying...
Giving him a blank stare.
What's that?
I'm giving him a blank stare.
Drink your Mountain Dew. Drink your Mountain Dew. Where is she? Now that's a Batman.
He's great. No, that one line's great. But when he does the Batman voice the whole time, every time, it's a little much. I like that in the Batman vs. Superman, Alfred put a voice modulator on Affleck to give him a deep voice. Like, they addressed the Batman voice.
Yeah.
It was pretty dope. But that movie, he's also, blowing people up. And
Yeah, did they address that he doesn't kill people and he has good writing behind him and, has a director, one whole director the entire time?
Like I said, I didn't judge the movie. I judge what the guy delivers. Right?
Are you...
That's my one... That's the one thing that stops Ben Affleck from being, one of the best. I mean, he's still, like I said, I think I put him at number 3.
Yeah, you put him at 3.
Number 4. But, the movies, you got to take the movies with it. And the character Batman doesn't kill people, right? That's this big thing.
And Superman isn't dark. Superman's not a dark character. So those Superman and whatever new Superman and Batmans are just like, what? I don't get it.
Yeah, but Henry Cavill is
It's not the actor's fault. I'm just saying, I know someone that was, really thrown for a loop that Superman was dark, and not the character that he told his sons about and this and that. I was like, I could kind of see it. When I remember reading The Death of Superman, it was it kind of resonated with you because, yeah, he's this bright torch for humanity, and his movies aren't dark. That's why Zod, if you think about Zod, he's kind of a dark character, but because it was 1982, I want to say, or somewhere around there, he was a little cheesy, but what's Terrence What's his name? Terrence. Fuck.
Malick?
No, the Terrence. Yeah. Whatever his name. Yeah. Yeah, he was a great Terrence Mann or something like that. He was a great Zod. Way better than Michael Shannon, who did a great job. It's just those movies don't resonate as much. I just think Superman needs a more middle tone. Like, it can't be too, like, cheesy, and it can't be too dark. Because it's Superman. It's not like one of these... It's not the Punisher, you know? It's different.
Right.
He's an alien. And he's chosen to see the good side of humanity versus the bad side of humanity. At every turn, it doesn't matter. He chooses the good side of humanity. He's not Dr. Manhattan that's like, nah, I'm good. I'm going to go to this planet now. Which is what I would do. But Superman chooses to be Superman.
Terrence Stamp.
Terrence Stamp, that's the one. Yeah, he's good, man. He's great.
Yeah.
Okay, before we get to Val Kilmer, why don't we also rank our Batman movies? Because I did this with Patrice on Star Wars, and he totally forgot. So he loves Star Wars, right? And he blanked on 2 or 3 of the movies. Just utterly blanked, like caved under the pressure of the show. And I just made fun of him and realized it was probably horrific radio.
Let's rank Star Wars. I can't rank Batman movies. Just
Why?
They're like...
You
gotta put Dark Knight first.
Yeah.
And then... I don't know. It's kind of a crapshoot after that.
I think it's...
If you're not including any of the animated, you're only including, like, feature, films, then, I don't know. It's a crapshoot.
It is. I think the first... Is Batman Returns better or the same or not as good as the original Batman with Keaton?
It's not as good.
Okay. Alright, so I would say the original Batman would be 2.
Yeah,
Batman Begins number 3. Batman Returns
Begins,
number 4.
Batman Returns.
And then Dark Knight Rises 5, Forever 6. Where do the Justice League ones go?
That's the thing. I don't know, man. None of those were great.
Yeah.
Batman vs. Superman, not that great.
But he's the greatest comic character.
Yeah.
I think he's the best comic character.
Yes.
I think by a wide margin. And I think Christopher Nolan elevated him so far above the rest of the comic book characters with his... I think Keaton laid a great foundation. And Tim Burton, obviously. Did Tim Burton write it too? Those 2 movies or no? I can't remember.
I don't know.
We'll have to look that up. We'll bing that afterwards. But Christopher Nolan and his brother and everyone that was involved in that took it to such another level that it made the Avengers look like shit. And the Avengers I thought were really good. But Dark Knight just crushes Infinity War. And Infinity War, I think, is not quite a masterpiece, but pretty much close to it.
Pretty good.
Yeah, and then, Endgame was really, really good, too, I thought. But I just thought Infinity Stone, the ending of Infinity Stone, how it with the fucking people turning into dust and shit, I was like, that is how you end a movie. That is how you do an Empire Strikes Back, like a penultimate thing. Like, that is fucking great. Amazing.
Yeah.
Back to the Future 2 when Doc just disappears. Fucking great shit, man. And they took that playbook and ran with it. It was great. Great. All right, so we're gonna talk.
Let's do Star Wars. Next.
All right, we'll go to Star Wars next. All right, so don't bother listening to the Star Wars episode. May the 4th be with you, because we're gonna cover this better with a better co-host as far as being able to remember the fucking movies he loves. I might say something differently than what I said then, but do you want to go first or should I go first?
No, I'll go first.
Okay. Go worst or first?
We'll start first. Are we including
Rogue One and Solo count, yeah. And do worst to first, because 11 films.
Worst to first.
It's more, okay. Yeah, because it's more, the listener will care more about, like, oh man, that must mean that this movie's almost there. It might be at the time, I'm going to come.
Worst to
Yeah, you might want to have them written down or something since you planned this bit.
No, I think I got it. I'll jot it down.
You plan the bit and you're like, I don't really know, man. They're all so good. They're all great movies in their own right. Now they make me horny. Dead air.
No, I'm writing them down so I can rattle them off quickly.
Oh, okay.
I'll start with 8. Number 8, the worst.
Last Jedi?
Yeah, Last Jedi is the worst.
Okay. Got it. That's fine.
Second worst, Rise of Skywalker.
Okay.
Then Solo.
Okay.
Then Rogue One.
What? Okay.
Yeah. You can't watch that movie and really there's the first 15 minutes are good, and then there's 30 minutes that they spend in on that planet with Forrest Whitaker's character, and it just irrelevant, slows the movie, and then the last 30 minutes are great.
Yeah.
Last 30 minutes of Rogue One, outstanding. The middle chunk, absolutely.
Okay, name any 3 minutes in Attack of the Clones that was better than any of that stuff.
Detective Obi-Wan is outstanding. I just watched Attack of the Clones, what's today, Wednesday? I watched it on
okay,
Saturday.
You're doing with fresh eyes. Okay, I didn't think of that possibility.
And, yeah, if you cut out the Anakin and Padme stuff altogether and just wrote...
But you can't, because George Lucas never had a girlfriend growing up. And it's evident.
What's that?
He never had a girlfriend growing up, and it's so evident. He had to go back into the headspace of how do I bring lovers together, and it's like, I don't know. Get someone else to write it. George Lucas is a master. He wrote Willow, dude. Or he did the story for Willow anyways. And he created to a lesser extent Star Wars. But that romantic dialogue there was so bad it made me cringe. And as a writer, it's just it made me know myself how bad my own romantic life was and be like, am I this bad though? I mean, would I get a Padme if I talked like that? No, I wouldn't. What can I do differently? Bless you. Oh, the before bless.
Oh. All right, so 8, 9, Solo, Rogue One. No, sorry, 8. I don't know where I put Rogue One. All right, 8, 9, Solo, 7, 1, 2, Rogue One, 3, 4, 6, 5.
Okay, what was the last 4?
The last 4 are Episode 3, Episode 4, Episode 6, Episode 5. So, Revenge of the Sith, New Hope, Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back is number 1.
Episode 6. Okay, so Episode 3. Okay.
My top 3 are number 1, Empire Strikes Back, number 2, Return of the Jedi, number 3, A New Hope.
Okay. And then the Revenge of the Sith?
Yeah, I actually put all of the prequels ahead of the new movies. I've watched them again recently, and it's changed. They're after seeing the sequel trilogy, I'm like, they're not so bad. George Lucas did better than... 7 was good, and I might even move 7 up. Force Awakens had so much... the story was repetitive, but that's fine.
It was fun.
What they did in Episode 8, it's I would have preferred a repetitive story than what we got.
It was fun, and Daisy Ridley is a doll.
Daisy Ridley's great. Kylo Ren is great.
Yeah.
Finn is okay. Poe is okay.
Poe's useless, honestly.
I'm not an Oscar Isaac fan.
Oh, yeah? I don't think it was his fault. I just thought he was useless. Finn should have died in The Last Jedi. That would have been a really good movie if he died. And if that one change would have been the difference, except for that useless fucking casino trip. That was awful. Rian Johnson's great, but he made a mistake with that.
Don't get me started on Last Jedi. I've been having a positive night talking about that, man.
All right, well, we're going to bring... We tease it. We are going to bring Val Kilmer on for another interview, but I'm going to tell my side of the Star Wars story first. I want to see how close we are. I think we're close on some levels, but I think at the bottom, I think we're going to differ a lot. Dead bottom, I got Attack of the Clones by a wide fucking margin.
is the worst?
Yes, 100% the worst. The only cool shit was I don't even remember the detective anything. That's how bad that movie was to me. I don't remember it. You saw it like yesterday or whatever, so it might, the recency bias I think is there.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think at highest it could be is 9th and lowest is 11th. Because I think it's a garbage. Okay, so Yoda was like, okay, explain Yoda to me. Yoda is 50 years older or 50 years younger or 30 years younger than he was in the movie where he dies, and now he's flipping around and shit with the fucking lightsaber.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's also 900 years old there. Or 850 and then 900.
So, did he get cancer? How did he die? What the fuck?
Right.
How's he, like, flipping around like... Around the survivors are permit to create. That was awesome. That line was great. But,
that's not till episode 3.
No, that was 2. It was towards the end of 2. Right? No. Well, then even more so. One of the best lines was... Around the survivors are permit to create. So good. But, okay, so number 1, the romantic dialogue. Awful. The plot works because you know it happened, so it's not like, oh, they shouldn't have had that in there. They should have brought in some help. They had no chemistry together at all. And they're both attractive people, so you kind of wonder what's up with that.
Natalie Portman actually does admirably well.
Yeah, she does. She won an Oscar.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan.
Like, watching that again, like, he's not great.
No.
It's not his fault. It's how he was directed.
Yeah, he's good as in the petulant parts, but not when he has to do anything else. Like, let him be a brat the whole fucking time. She wanted some dick, whatever. He's got powers. I would bang him. He's hot and he has powers.
So you put Attack of the Clones as the worst. Yeah. And then
what? Solo. I didn't see it, so I'm gonna have to dump it down pretty low because I had no desire to watch it.
It's not bad. It's really not.
Why do we need to know Solo's backstory except to make money? And it didn't even make that much money. Right?
I thought I was going to hate the guy who was playing Harrison Ford as Han Solo, but I didn't. He did a pretty good job. Just the movie just wasn't necessary.
Lando wanted to bang, like, droids or something.
Lando just down to fuck.
Yeah, so they made him, like, pansexual and stuff for no reason, and they had, like, didn't they say droids' lives matters or something like that?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
My writing partner was like, it was a little woke for a movie about a rogue, and also you just like the idea that Han Solo was kind of a bad guy his whole life until the rebellion, until he got interested in Princess Leia and it was like, yeah, I'll do this, you know? It's like why was he a hero prior to that at any point? It doesn't make sense for the character. Unless he starts as a hero, has a fall from grace. So if they went, like, he ends as a rogue, how does it end? Do you remember?
He's got the Millennium Falcon and Chewie, and they decide to go check out this thing on Tatooine with Jabba the Hutt. That's kind of how it ends.
Oh, really? It leads right up to it?
Sort of. It leads up to whatever got him into debt.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a strong ending, but not enough overall to push it past number 10 because there's something about my instincts that made me not want to watch that or at least spend money on it, you know? Because it's like, why does the story exist?
I watched it on Netflix.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's not bad.
All right, I'll go with this movie again had a lot of flaws, but some key parts that stood out with the music. I'm going with Phantom Menace, number 9. The music was fucking awesome. John Williams punched God in the face and said, I am the true creator with that. Because he was fucking great. The Darth Maul thing, I made a reference in my script to the Darth Maul song.
Have you not said Rise of Skywalker yet?
Yeah.
I mean, have you not said Last Jedi? You did say Last Jedi, right?
No, I haven't said it yet.
You're an idiot. I don't want to talk.
No, shut up. You will listen and you will goddamn listen. The next one, I'm going to say the Rise of Skywalker.
Get out. Just leave. I'm done. I'm done talking.
Phantom Menace had too much like political stuff for a movie for kids or like for like young people, and it was just like It only worked as a trilogy, not as a movie to watch. Okay.
How are you putting Last Jedi above all of these things?
Because I like what they did with Luke. I like I like that. I'm in the minority there.
You like that he threw his saber aside and that
he got people killed
straight from an alien's.
He got people killed. His training got people killed according to his vision.
No, I think go fuck Ryan Johnson and his one trick pony as subvert expectations. That's all he's got. He's like M. Night Shyamalan. Fuck that guy.
I don't know, man. He directed Breaking Bad, some of the episodes, like at least one.
Sure.
That was a good one.
Fly, right? The ship in the bottle episode. Terrific. I don't care.
What?
All right.
Oh, no. I'm going to explain to you. I'll run through the other ones, like, quickly, okay? I promise.
Yeah, okay, go. You got Rise of Skywalker, and then what's next?
Last Jedi.
All right, fine. What's after that? Rogue One? You got Revenge... You got the original 3, and you got Revenge of the Sith and Rogue One left.
I got the episode 7.
Oh yeah, Force Awakens.
I got that next.
Okay.
How many are there left? 5?
Yeah.
You made a good point about... I'm glad you went first. I would have had Rogue One a lot higher, but I don't remember much about it except for how amazing that conclusion was and how earned it felt, but maybe it wasn't as earned as it felt.
It wasn't that great.
Okay, but
the
I put it there.
30 minutes was dope.
It was dope,
the
yeah.
Rest of it,
yeah. I put it there. And then I'm going with God, man. Another one that was just had a lot of good moments and then just something just not ruined it complete because I'm putting it at number 4, but was like, what the fuck am I watching? Was when Vader's like, no!
I didn't even hate that as much as I hated that what's her name just dies after giving birth and the droids are just like, pa. They just made this weird noise.
And it was like so why it was already kind of a long movie, right? Why not just extend it a little longer? You rushed the most important parts. The fucking critical part. They literally ripped the fucking kids out of her vagina and they're like, she's like, oh, I'm dying. Luke, that's Leia. And then she's like, oh, I'm dead. And then do the droid thing again. I was like, why? I was like, this is kind of... I kept looking over at my friend who went to the theater and we discussed it at IHOP later, right? Like, it was a thing. We went to a midnight show and everything. Mm-hmm. And I looked over and I was like, dude, this is actually kind of good, man. And then we looked at each other after that part. We're like side-eyed. I was like, why? Otherwise, it'd be way higher because some people don't like the walking in circles and talking. I fucking love that. Like in a play, I love that shit.
Yeah.
I love the Emperor circling and the Emperor killing off Mace Windu, and that's how he gets all like deformed. I was like, it's explaining things. He was like kind of just like an ugly old guy before, and now he's like fucking awesome looking. Yeah. It was great, and then they did that at the end, and it really ruined it for me as far as being any higher. And so everything below the first 2 were flawed, and so I'm gonna say Return of the Jedi was flawed with the Ewoks, and some of the other stuff isn't, because of it's partly its own problem that it caused was like how amazing the stuff with the Emperor and Vader and Luke were, and compared to everything else in that movie. Yeah,
I mean the Emperor's amazing. Ian McDiarmid or whatever is fantastic.
There was just such a drop off for me.
Yeah.
But because it had those guys.
Right, so 3, and then I guess
New
you got
Hope.
4, 5, and 6 left. How do you rank those? 4, 6, 5? 6, 4, 5?
No, I just ranked Return of the Jedi 3rd.
Okay.
And then I go with New Hope because
all right.
New Hope was fucking great. I have no complaints about that. Empire Strikes Back, masterpiece. That's a film movie. That's a film.
Yeah.
I put that up there with, as far as like awesome fucking like endings or ending stretches that really make you go like, holy shit, dude. There's nothing in cinematic history that's bigger than I'm your father. Here's the Emperor. This and that. I lost my hand. Oh my God! And then we just go to the next thing. Yeah, and Yoda dies. Your mentor dies. Your father is the villain. Is the father? Except there's a guy that's even worse than him, and they want you to join, and you kind of want to join because that's you never had a dad, dude. And your new friends are like they're saving you, but like they don't understand you because they didn't go through the same shit. It's fucking awesome, man.
It's really good.
And like Back to the Future 2, the Doc just fucking straight up disappearing and Marty being trapped in the past again. Like that was fucking cool. Like Infinity Wars, I might put that as number 2 of endings of a movie. Like it was awesome. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Val Kilmer. I'm gonna have some questions for him, and you are as well.
Yeah. First comment for Val. Val, sorry, we've run out of time. We'll have to get you back next time. Thanks for calling in.